Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you my recipe for broccoli cheddar soup, which is so easy and simple, but so delicious, very addictive. And I wanted to share it with you because it's just a classic. Everyone loves it, so I figured we are in the smack middle of soup season because it is cold in New Jersey. So I'm going to share with you how to make today. It's very simple. The base of the ingredients you'll need is broccoli florets, onion, garlic. I've got heavy cream and chicken stock, flour, butter, salt, pepper, cheddar, of course. And then you're also going to need a little bit of cream cheese. I know, listen, if you want to, you can leave out the flour and keep this very low carb friendly. But you know me, go big or go home, you know what I'm saying? I would rather eat a small portion of, like, you know, the floury kind because that's just how I roll. Okay. To this pot, got some butter. To that, I'm going to add the broccoli, the onion, and the garlic. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cook all of this together for like 10 minutes. I want to kind of cook the broccoli down. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you just caramelize the onion and just add the garlic and the broccoli to the stock? Because I want to develop a little bit more flavor. So I like to cook everything together for a bit until it develops some color, and then I'll show you the next step. This already looks really delicious and it smells so good, and it's like, look how beautiful the colors are developing, and that's important. It's why we take time to develop those flavors. A little bit of flour because you want this to be really thick. This is not a thin sort of watery soup. This is a really super thick, delicious, it's almost like a sauce, really. I don't know, it's delicious. And we're gonna make some brioche croutons to go on top because why not, you know? And now we're gonna add in the mixture of stock and cream. Oh, it's heavy. There we go. Add that baby right in. And now all we're gonna do is cook this together and simmer it until the broccoli is super tender. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get my brioche, and we are gonna make some croutons. All right, and while the soup gets going, we're gonna make the croutons. I love, love, love these for pretty much any soup recipe. They are my cheesy brioche croutons. They sound fancy, but they are divine. Brioche, you can also get like challah bread, it's the same thing. It's a very sort of sweet, eggy, buttery bread, and it's on the sweeter side. So when you pair that with salty parmigiano and garlic and olive oil, it just becomes like an incredible like boost of flavor that you cannot even imagine. On top of the soup, it's divine. So you don't have to do this, by the way. If you want to serve the soup as is in like bread bowls, that would be phenomenal, but you know me, I like a little extra. So I've got my cubes here of challah bread. This is a little bit stale, so that's perfect. To it, I'm going to add, I call this my house seasoning, and in here I've got some salt-free all-purpose seasoning. You can find something like that at like Costco. You can do the Trader Joe's 21 Salute, you know, whatever you want. I like a salt-free because I like to add my own salt. Then in there I've also got parsley, garlic, onion, paprika. It's phenomenal. To that I'm going to add Parmigiano Reggiano. Again, that Parmigiano is really salty and nutty and delicious, and paired with the sweet bread, it's just to die for. And you just need a little bit of olive oil, a couple tablespoons, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons, you know, like good croutons. I got my oven preheating to 400. I've got my baking sheet here lined with parchment paper. And now you can see the olive oil is just sort of like allowing that seasoning and the parm to really just stick to it. And you just pop these babies on. You might want to make extras because these are phenomenal in anything and pretty much everything, from salads to soups. Fantastic. Into a hot oven until beautiful, crispy, golden brown. And when that's done, the soup will be ready. And then we just finish it all off. That simple. All right, so my soup has been simmering for like 30 minutes, if not even just a little longer. And look, you see the broccoli pieces, the large broccoli pieces? You should be able to squash them with the back of your wooden spoon, or you can use an immersion blender. I don't like to use an immersion blender because I don't want to like have this completely smooth. So that's why I just do it with a wooden spoon. Now I'm going to add some cream cheese. I know, but listen, it's delicious. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to add lots of freshly grated, really good sharp cheddar. Please don't use the pre-shredded bagged cheese for this. It's just not the right cheese for it. It does not melt the same way, and you want the good stuff for this, you know? So I'm just gonna keep adding and melting my cheese. My croutons came out of the oven and they look fantastic. And then we serve. That looks fantastic. Now listen, this is not the kind of soup that's going to win awards for being the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen. It's just not. But it sure is some of the most delicious soup that you'll ever eat. I'm going to just have a little serving for myself because we're going to do it. We're going to have this at the dinner table tonight. So I like to bury my croutons because then I soak up a little bit of that flavor. Oh my word. It gets better and better every time I make it, I swear. It's so easy, but the sweet croutons, complete heaven with the soup. LauraInTheKitchen.com will have the written recipe. It is so something that you have to make today if you love broccoli cheddar soup because it is just that good. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. Like I said, LauraInTheKitchen.com has the recipe, and I will see you next time.